Hey guys, Boomslang here. I just wanted to bring you another money making video, specific item that I found on the marketplace, and I just want to go over how I found it, what you need to do the same as me, and then you can use this method and replicate it with any other item so long as you have the crafting ability to do so. So I was looking at spears. I just basically go through things that I haven't trained up, and it's just a way for me to feel comfortable of putting money and time into going up the tree and going up through the levels until at some point I'll hit 100 in something. Obviously, you've got videos from Alesh that talk about how to power level and focus one thing. It's really cool. I will be doing that at some point. But I just wanted to, for those of you that are kind of in my position, if you work full time and you don't have all the time in the world to spend on it, just something to do now and again in between other things that you do, making money, dungeon runs, PvP, arena, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, you could pick this up and just do it in between. It took me 5-10 minutes to work out something that I'll make money on potentially, and then it takes another 5-10 minutes to calculate how much things are and the profit margins, and you kind of just go from there really. So I didn't have anything in spears, so I worked out if I got 100 resource, or not 100 resource, enough planks and metal bars to make 100 spears. It got me to level 1 in spears. So that's currently where I sit. I haven't done anything now. I've bought everything else ready for making the Spirit Hunter spear, because that's the one I've chosen to go with. But I calculated that I needed to make 100 of these, and it got me straight into level 1 of the next spear level. So that's 1,600 tier 3 planks and 800 tier 3 bars. So 800 of these, 1,600 of these. And that's enough to get you onto the spear crafter tree, and then you can start with the tier 4 stuff. Bear in mind you can't research any of the items, the tier 3 spears that you make, because it puts you into the spear crafter tree, which you just basically go to the black market, see if you can sell them, or go back to the marketplace and try and sell them for a profit. Or you can salvage them, it's totally up to you, whatever you want to do with them at that point. It's just to get you into a tier 4 tree. So I think also, you could use it for any of the trees, just make 100 of the tier 3 base item, and that should get you into the tier 4 tree in any position. I haven't tested it, but logic hopefully would prevail. So the Spirit Hunter, the artifact item, is somewhat cheap. It's 6,500 per item average. I was getting them for like 63.88, 6,400. But I always like to put a couple of extra 100 silver on top of the price that I'm buying at, just in case they sell out, or just as a medium base average. So for the 20 planks, I worked it out to be around 5k, but 4,440 is the low end. And then the 12 bars I worked out to be like 3k for 12 bars, but 2,772 was a low end. And the total cost was 14,300 to make one Spirit Hunter spear. So that's the Infernal Harpoon, the 20 planks, and the 20 bars, 14,300. But then when you go on to the marketplace, the lowest sale that you can purchase them for is 22k. So there is a nice profit margin there. I've decided to make 25 spears. Obviously I'll get a bit more because I've got premium, so I'll get some materials back. So I'll probably end up making 28, maybe 32, somewhere around there, depends. And then obviously if I put my focus points into it as well, I can make even more. I didn't quite calculate in the cost of making because I'm using a crafting station in Caerleon and it's at 27%. So my profit margins will be out by about I'd say 7k to 10k roughly, so it's not bad, it's fine, it's manageable. Now, I worked out that I need 300 tier 4 bars, 500 tier 4 planks, and 25 harpoon tips, and that allows me to make the 25 spears. So the 20 planks I paid 112k, the 25 infernal harpoons I paid 160k, and then the 300 bars I paid 71k. So that's a total of 343k. So it's quite an investment. But obviously at this stage, hopefully you've been using the other videos and you know you've made enough money to do these sorts of investments. But if we do 25 times 22,000, that comes out at 550k minus the 343,000. So your margins are around 200k. In all, you know, that's if everything sells once you've put it up for sale at the 22k per item price, you're going to make 200k off of this. So you're essentially flipping, gaining levels in Spearcrafter, and you know you haven't wasted any time. It's all a benefit. You're making something, you're making money, and you're going up through the levels of a specific tree of an item that you want to craft. So we've got all our mats together. We're going to go and head off now to the... I normally go to this one down here, which is 27%, as you can see there, usage fee users, 27%. I could probably take my time, find somewhere else that's a bit better, but for travel distance and of how long it takes to actually make 25 spears, it's about a good 45-50 seconds of waiting, so I don't want to have to run too far, and it gets the job done. So we've made it here, and now if you click that, it shows you what you can make and what you have applicable. So we're now crafting. I did think for a second there that I wasn't able to craft them, but I'm just actually not able to equip them. It's not a weapon that I've actually leveled up. So that's why I can't level that one. That's why that's red in the center even, sorry. And then don't forget you can also consider doing the enchants as well. That's totally up to you. It would probably be a lot cheaper to just buy, especially to do the tier 1 enchant, is just to buy the really cheap tier 4 artifacts. You know, you can buy ghastly arrows for 1,300 to 1,700, break them all down, keep the runes, and then you could start enchanting spears and get them to 4.1. And obviously if you're running dungeons, following any of my other videos, if you just keep all of the runes, souls and relics, you know, this is a perfect opportunity to combine them with the crafting. Take them over to the artifact guy and then enchant the gear, you know, put it to tier 4.1, tier 4.2, whatever you want to do. Now we do have some leftovers, so we could just make 4 adept spears just for the crack, and we'll go and sell them as well. It just uses up the material because obviously I'm not going to go off and buy some more artifacts. I just want to show you this method. So we've made everything that we can, and we will now go back and see what we can sell them for. But like I said, I've already pre-calculated, and most of the time you just put them on for a sell order and it's about 22k. But I'm going to check the black market as well just before I go to the normal market. If there's anything over 22k, then I'll be more than happy to sell it. So 21k, I'm going to sell that because 21k is not bad, especially as it's just a basic normal spear. So that was a good little bonus there. Now 15 and 13k, that's a bit low, especially as that is at a good tier rating. So outstanding next, 37k. I could potentially make more money on the marketplace, but I'll sell one and we'll keep a note of that. So 37k. And then after that, we've got Adept Spears. So I don't currently know the price of these, but obviously 6k, it's a bit cheap. These are extra materials. These aren't, I didn't calculate in these 5 spears here. So you're making, because you had the return of premium, you could be making an extra 35k just off of the extra materials that we got back. So I'll sell them. So as you can see there, it's near enough an extra 30k. So that's a nice little bonus bump. So this was 37k. So we want to see if this sells for more on the marketplace. Obviously, if you're doing this for yourself, take your time, go back and forth, measure how far apart things are, and try and get the most out of it as you can. So I made a good choice by selling it on the black market. I did make money there. I'd have to do a sell order here, and it's just under the 22k mark. So we'll put that up. These are selling at 13. So just under the 22k mark again. These are selling at 13 as well. So just under the 22k mark again. So as you can see, guys, you can 100% make money. Doesn't take long. And on top of that, it increases your spear level. So we made 25, it got us to level 4. I think we would probably need to make another 50, and then we'd be into the tier 5 area. And then obviously, you just see what costs the least, and just keep going up the way. Because obviously, if you're not going out and gathering, and making planks and bars, it's going to cost you quite a bit of money, and you have to weigh up: is it actually worth it? Will you still make that nice profit margin? So at the moment, I've got that estimate of 200k. It shouldn't take long to sell those. I should be able to come back tomorrow after work and see that they've sold and, made that 200k margin. And, once this video is complete, I obviously have to go off and edit this and put it up for you guys. But if I wasn't going to edit and I was just purely doing this and I wasn't a YouTube content creator, I could have just done this in like 20-minute stops, put it up for sale, and then gone off and done some gatherings, some PvP, some raid dungeons, CVZ, GVG, whatever I was wanting to do. I could have gone off and done that and left the money come in overnight. And obviously, if you've got the capacity, you can obviously upscale the amount that you're making and make even more of a profit. It just depends on what you have and what time you have. So I think if you guys give this a try, you should be able to make money. And then obviously, it's not just that one item. It's not just spears. You can go into the plate helms, plate boots. You can make hammers. There's so many things to make. What you have to do is just find one that you want to do. Check if it's worth it. Can you make a profit on the materials versus the complete item? And then just go from there. It's totally up to you guys how you take this video, what you do with it. For instance, the Adept's Great Staff, it's base materials. Adept's Great Curse Staff is base materials, but I use this weapon all the time. And if you can get that to an enchant 3 and save yourself money by using materials that you found, you will make an absolute fortune off of something like that. Just always try and pick what's in the meta. I've never seen a life curse staff being used once. I'm not sure if it's good or bad. I've never seen it. So have a look through, work out what you want to do, and just pick and choose. Obviously, you can always use Alesh's technique and power level, but that takes a lot of capital. So this is a nice way to kind of do it over time and get a similar result, just not as fast. If you want fast and you've got the cash flow, go check out Alesh's video. Alesh is always in the description below. And always check out Graphic as well. Graphic's in the description below, his channel. Graphic produces a lot of good content. 100% would recommend both of them. Make sure you guys check them out. And I just wanted to touch on one last bit before I finish off. I've managed to get in contact with the game creators at Fractured, and I've managed to get myself a game code so I can actually log into the next Alpha 1 or Alpha 2 test and give you guys some footage of what Fractured is. Now, I'm not going to stop making Albion content, and I'm only going to do potentially 1 or 2 videos per week that could be a different game. Once I've gotten into it, once I've had a chance to review it, look at it, and understand what I'm going to do with it. So I would likely only do those on a Saturday or a Sunday. So, Albion content remains. I just want to be able to bring you guys something a little different now and again. I was considering it with Guardians of Ember, but I didn't really get that much of a response regards it. So I wasn't sure if people enjoyed it, and I also find it a bit difficult on my eyes. So I don't know if I'll go ahead with Guardians of Ember or not. If I get a massive influx of messages saying, play it, then fine, I will. But at the moment, I'm looking for Fractured, and that should be in June this year that the next alpha opens up. I am obviously in talks with the game creators at Fractured, and I'll see what I can do for you guys, and I'll see if I can get in before then. I'm just following what their alpha plan is and their beta plan, so I'm kind of constrained on that one. But the minute it's open and I can get some footage, I'll let you guys have a look. Like I say, 1 or 2 videos a week tops. Primarily Albion content for the foreseeable future. So I hope you guys have heard this last part, because obviously I know some people just look at certain parts of the video and then switch off once they know what they're doing, which is fine. It's totally up to you guys. Normally you'd put this kind of thing at the start, but I wanted to just get into the guts of the video and let you guys know the new method. But if anyone does see this, please do let me know. I'd really appreciate some feedback, and I might just do a poll later on at some point. But anyway, I've been rambling on now. I hope you guys have enjoyed the money making method and kind of crafting method as well. I hope you guys are having a good one. First day of the week, so enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll catch you guys soon. Laters all, Boomslang out.